My name is Brian Flynn, and I am the owner of Super7.
She's talking about the panel that you and Josh were doing and a quote that you said about the engagement with toys. Can you kind of relive that quote or just tell us a little bit more about what you meant?
That was specific to our new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle lines that's based on the Playmates toys as inspiration, because we went around and focused on the Playmates toys because as kids, you spent far more time playing with the toys than you did watching the cartoon or reading the comic books. And so actually, I believe that actually is the most important version of the Turtles, is the toy version, because that's the one you spent the most time with. Star Wars was my thing growing up, and I saw the movie one time. I could never experience the movie again, but having the toys, that's how I relived and experienced the movie over and over and over again. And so that's why to this day, like, going to see the movie is cool, but the toys elicit a level of response and nostalgia that nothing can compare to. And that's actually how I got into making toys, is because the toys were more important to me than the movie.
What about the toy industry? Was it just making the toys, or was it the packaging? What is it that really inspired you to want to go into that field?
I started collecting toys again in 1991. So the summer after my sophomore year of college. And I just wanted to get my Star Wars toys again. And then I started collecting, like all of us, go down the rabbit hole, get crazy. It was more that at a certain point you move from being sort of a collector to starting to think about what things you want to have. Like, oh, it would be cool if they had done this. It would be cool if they had done that. What if they had made this? And in doing that, I eventually got to the chance to start to make some of my own toys. And make the ideas within that I wanted to see from other things. It started with vinyl figures from Japan, actually, and Godzilla toys. And then eventually became the Alien action figures that had never been made by Kenner, that I wanted those so badly, I finally got the chance to remake them. Fast forward to today, that's really what you see from Super7 is, here's all the crazy stuff that I would make. It's not the stuff Mattel would make. It's not the stuff Hasbro would make. It's my version of what I want to make. And then you would have your version, and it's not lost on me that I'm that sort of fan that's gotten to be able to get to the point where I get to make the toys that we all sit around talking about wishing we would have.
For She-Ra, at least, because I know it's a lot of He-Man focus.
We were getting into She-Ra, and then that's as Mattel came back, but like the same thing, like before the new animated series even came out, we got to make the first She-Ra, the She-Ra Catra 2-pack for the new series, and that was specifically because my daughters love the series. There's plenty of older people that have their gripes with the series or whatever. I personally think it's awesome. My girls think it's amazing, and it's really wonderful, and the storylines and the themes contained within it are amazing. So we really wanted to make the best She-Ra and Catra. So if you look at the figure we made versus the one that somebody else is going to make, they look disparately different, but we got to make the She-Ra and Catra that we wanted to have. When we were making it, they're like, you really should give this rooted hair so girls can play with this. I'm like, my fucking girls don't do that. Like, that's not, you think that's what little girls want to do, but that's not necessarily true. Some cases, yes, but it's like, I don't want to dumb this product down and make it girly just because that's something that you think needs to happen. Let's make the best toy available, and girls will want to play with it.
magic of the Sunstone, you're tuned into the Jewel Riders Archive.
Yeah, and we're definitely taking inspiration from the original Playmates toys in this. When we really had a lot of conversations about turtles, what we talked about is, with a lot of these old, what is your biggest memory of this? And while you may have been really excited about the cartoon, the thing you spent the most time with was the toys. So in a lot of ways, the toys are actually the most, authentic experience that you have, if you will, to what the actual characters are. Even though the comic book was one thing and the cartoon was another thing, the thing that you spent your time with was the toy. So we really wanted to go back to the Playmate toy as inspiration and build that up into an ultimate figure and have that sort of emotional response to those toys when you see them. Like, these feel like the toys I had when I was a kid, but now evolved for me as an adult.